It appears Mikel Arteta and Andrea Berta have made their decision on the next striker, and that'll be Benjamin Sesko, which to me is the no-brainer of all no-brainers, assuming, again, Alexander Isak is not available, which at this point we're fairly certain. But Benjamin Sesko just offers a little bit of everything. He offers that youth profile that we know this project loves so much. He offers a different level of ball striking than we've seen at Arsenal in a very long time. The ability to score from nothing. He offers the ability to run in behind. I think people have misprofiled Victor Gyökeres in a lot of ways, saying he's a player who runs in behind. No, Gyökeres is a runner with the ball. Very, very different. Sesko can run with the ball. He's a transitional threat, but he's also somebody who will drag defenders back, continue to stretch the pitch, which will allow us to break down those mid-blocks a lot better. Our biggest issue is we have all these players who like to come back to the ball. But if we have a striker who's leading the line, who's pushing the line further and further back, that allows those really congested areas to stretch out and allow our tight spaces players like Ethan Nwaneri, Max Dowman, Odegaard, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka at times as well, Miles Lewis-Skelly in the future. It allows these players to operate a little bit cleaner, allows them to do what they do best, while also having a lethal finisher on the end of it. And Sesko will be wages very reasonable, with room to grow. It allows Kai Havertz to continue to play a bunch. You bring in Victor Gyökeres, he's expecting to start every match. Benjamin Sesko and Havertz are probably going to flip off matches. They'll each have a run of form where they're in good form. That's really how I see it at this point. The good news with Benjamin Sesko as well as I think that fee will come down a little bit as we get closer and he starts to push for the move. He had a gentleman's agreement with Leipzig to basically allow him to move when he's ready to move to a club that he believes will be a next step in his career. And Gyökeres just doesn't feel like a player with a lot of upside. Yes, Gyökeres may come in and be solid, maybe a goal scorer, but Sesko has the ability to absolutely launch himself into the world-class conversation, whereas I don't think Gyökeres will ever quite get there. It's good to see not only that Arteta has identified this, but Berta has also co-signed on it, and that Arsenal are leading the race for Sesko at this point. You really haven't seen him rumored with too many other clubs, which means it won't be a bidding war. It'll be a matter of, at one point, Leipzig, without European football, will have to accept the fee that is finally agreed between the two clubs. In other great news from Fabrizio Romano today, Gabriel has pretty much already agreed to a new contract, which just shows that this new team under Andrea Berta is going after these decisions, making them quickly and getting them done. Aside from all the big transfer window stuff that needs to get done this summer, there's also quite a few contracts that need to be handled so that we don't end up in a situation where a star has 1 year left. That includes Gabriel, Saliba, Saka. All three of those need to sign new contracts this summer. I know that seems like a given, but it never is. And all three are going to want reassurances that not only will they be getting paid as amongst the highest at the club, but they're also going to be supported alongside those, heavy wage increases. So it does actually make our transfer plans a little bit more important and also a little bit harder because there's going to be more money going into our wages. Like these past few years, we've had stud level players on very low wages, which is not something that people think about a lot, but has been a very important part of our success and our ability to squad build. And so now it gets a little bit tighter where the youth will have to get a little bit more involved as we'll have to, pay bigger players more money, which seems obvious. But again, I think people don't necessarily realize right now that our wage bill is super healthy. And as you start to build a team that is filled with world-class players, the wages start to get astronomical. And that's another reason why someone like Benjamin Sesko coming from a little bit of a lower wage bracket might make sense for Arsenal. But great to see Gabriel getting paid and honored the way he should. Next, Saliba, and then after that, Bukayo Saka. And the Nico Williams talk, actually, the fact that these rumors are dying down a little bit makes me think we have a higher chance of signing him. It felt like he was destined to maybe go to Real Madrid and Barcelona. That's where all the rumors were coming from. But the fact that that hasn't advanced so quickly makes me feel like Arsenal are probably still kind of looking at him as their number one left-wing option. Even with Rodrigo being available, my opinion is Nico Williams will probably be the one we go for. And he just fits Arteta's style of play so perfectly. He can stretch it out wide. He likes to receive in the half spaces. He can go 1v1. He likes to play lots of crosses in. Another reason why Benjamin Sesko is the number one striking option. Everyone thinks that Arteta likes to pass the ball around the box. No. In Arteta's ideal system, we would lead the Premier League in crosses attempted per season, per match. There's no doubt about that. And Sesko, being such an unbelievable vertical threat, such an unbelievable aerial threat, means players like Nico Williams, who are so skilled at playing those crosses in, are a really good combination. And Saka as well, maybe the best crosser in the Premier League now that Trent Alexander-Arnold is gone. Another reason why Benjamin Sesko is the number one target. And he'll pair so well with Nico Williams as well. Bukayo Saka, just perfect opposite flank players, perfect combination players, and the two of them, when they force an overload, can be seriously dangerous. We saw it at the Euros this summer with Spain a little bit, when either Nico would come out to the right or Yamal would go out to the left. The two of them combining with, even just Morata, who's just a big, powerful center forward, really created a lot of trouble for defenses. I think Nico Williams still that top target at left wing, but we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. And finally, Xavi Simons, a player who will leave Leipzig this summer. I mean, the chances that we sign 2 Leipzig players, not incredibly high, but that idea, that concept of Xavi Simons becomes more and more attractive to me as, he kind of gets these fake-ish rumors thrown around between him and Arsenal. It seems to make sense. Can play as a left wing, can play as a 10, can play off the right. Really versatile player who I think if you were to consider selling Odegaard, Xavi Simons would be the perfect 10 replacement who won't clog the pathway for Ethan or Max, but will also kind of allow that bridge as the two of them get more used to playing in central areas. Xavi Simons is another deal that also isn't wildly expensive. Like, if you get him and Sesko for somewhere around 110 million pounds combined, like, you're getting 200 million pound players for basically half price. And Leipzig without European football are going to be forced to sell, and these players want to play European football. And Simons, although he signed a contract extension, only has about 18 months left on that contract. So an exciting time for Arsenal this summer. Berta and Mikel Arteta seem to finally be on the same page, and these transfer movements are happening. The window opens in just a couple of days, and we may see Zubimendi official on June 1st. That first 10 days, if we get Zubimendi and Sesko in, would be incredible for Arsenal. Make sure to subscribe to the channel here at Arsenal Report. Monday through Friday, the entire summer transfer window, we are going to have a video every day, keeping you up to date and analyzing the targets. Thanks for watching.